Yeah, and then I think there's probably one more piece of that story that actually would help here because when I was like 12, maybe 13, is when my mom got married. Like she got married, and then I thought I was getting a father. The reason I probably didn't name it in the beginning because it was clear that he didn't come to our home to father us,
Yeah.
the ones who were already there. Him and my mom had a child, and uh, that my little brother became the prince of the home, and we
Hmm.
were the peasants to serve the prince, and it was very visible. It was very it was you could feel it, like you
Yeah.
feel it, and he didn't hide it sometimes. It was kind of like ugly sometimes, and so I became the protector of my siblings, while I thought I was getting a father when I just gained a person I had to now protect against, right? In
Yep.
my own house, right? And now I'm not the man of the house anymore. I'm actually told by my mom I can't tell the other kids what to do because he was jealous that they didn't listen to him. They listened to me because I raised them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't just pop up here after some courting period and then all of a sudden you get respect because you're the oldest in the house. What does that mean? So there was a lot of like ch- challenges in there. So I think when I all those layers of my growing up, the reason I think it helped when I became a teacher was that if I saw a young man, what I saw in my first class, I was teaching at San Lorenzo High School. Um, I saw some brilliant young men, brilliant, like smarter than I was at their age,
Hmm.
and yet they were acting like they were had no sense whatsoever,
Yeah.
like incapable of doing anything, not willing to struggle with this minor difficulty. And I'm like, come on now, like you're brilliant. I can hear how quickly you are with the gift of language and words and communication. Why are you using it for all the reasons that's pushing me, a person who cares about you, away? I'm not your enemy. Why are you making me out to be your enemy? Right? Now, in this classroom, I'm in charge. So, like we're not gonna have a negotiation about whether who gets to be in charge in here. And I got a little ego and edge and a little bit of Oakland in me too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you're not gonna be talking to me any old kind of way in my classroom.
Yeah.
Not today. Not this school year. Not as long as I'm here. Not as long as my name is on the door. And I
Yeah.
was like in that kind of conversation with students, like real talk, right? And never out of a place of anger, out of a place of like, I want for you the best. I became an engineer first, and teaching called me. I didn't want
Mm.
to be no teacher. Teachers don't make no money.
Yeah.
My mom was a teacher. I know how broke teachers are. So I
Yeah.
come to this profession thinking that I'm making a difference, and then I'm battling with students who I shouldn't be battling with because they're amazing, and I think that I'm telling them they're amazing, and I realize that many of them couldn't even handle being highlighted for how brilliant they were because that's seen as not cool,
Yeah.
because smart in that community is not cool. And so if you want to be cool, you better be quick on your wits. You better talk back to the teacher. You better tell the teacher, get out of my face. You better like have all these edgy type of things you do. And I'm like, dude, it ain't working with me because I'm not your enemy. You're not competing against me in this world. You know what I'm saying? I already have a job. I got a career. You're not competing against me. You're competing against the rest of your peers. And right now, the way you're showing up that you are numerically a zero. If we're looking at page on
Mm.
the page, not as your human value, but
Yeah.
your academic value are zeros.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if you believe that's about yourself, but I don't believe that about you. And so I think that what it became is like I saw more than what they were showing. Like I saw that there was something going on, but I couldn't do it in the classroom. And so when I started the program Ever Forward, I realized that if I need to have a talk with a young man, I got to leave all the 25, 20, 30 other kids and go have a talk with this young man outside. I don't have a whole lot of time in this conversation. I gotta like have some powerful few words. I gotta get you back on track. I gotta get back in the room because I can't leave the room too long without it getting too chaotic.
Yep.
And so I realized that what some of these young men needed, they needed mentoring. They didn't need more math. Now they had to get math because they had to graduate, but what I had to do for them was couldn't happen in the classroom, and that's
Yeah.
why the Ever Forward Club started. I was like, if you told me as a teacher making the peanuts I was making at that time, that me doing this program at lunchtime for these young men was starting a nonprofit, I would have been like, you can't get more nonprofit than teaching. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
is not possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm doing this in the first place. I ain't got no resources. I got, I barely, I'm like cause I promised him lunch. I said, look, I'll buy you lunch once a week. Exchange for lunch, you're all going to help me be a better teacher. Cause I know math. Now, the fact that most of you are failing my class and other classes, it means somehow I'm not reaching you in the right way. So let's figure it out. You're going to help me figure it out. And those conversations over lunch just became, what's up? What you up against? What are you up
Yep.
against? And then when you hear one young man who's the star of the football team going through drama, and the other kids who are like, how are you have problems? You got this girlfriend, you got Jordans, how are you going through problems? Because what they saw on the outside was just this emotional mask that people put
Yep.
on,
Yep.
right? You put on enough adornments, you wear enough chains, you wear enough jewelry, people be like, oh, he got it all figured out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
and you could be the one hurting the most.